Okay, this is investigation of old abandoned artist studio. There used to be electricity out here, but there hasn't been electricity out here for a pretty long time. That's the smear that someone thought looked like Jesus. It turns to be bird crap. And the old dilapidated windows and curtains. And anyway, so this is the place. The steps are long gone. Let's see if we can get the door to open even. And the door opens, and we're inside. Okay, so these are the steps. Boy, it smells in here. And this is the interior hall. Let's first of all look at the downstairs. The ceiling is very, very low. I'm holding this up about roughly my eye level, and this is the ceiling. And this place had an artist in here a long time ago who would only come out here on the weekends to paint. And the rumor is that he died. And here's a newspaper. Let's see, take it over here by the window and see what the date on this newspaper is. It's a New York Times. And depressingly, it's from 1994, so perhaps a workman brought it here, because I don't believe this artist was here, out here, where there was power in this barn, since about, the mid-early 80s at least. All right, so what we had here was the guy could live out here in the weekends, and they did a nice job of putting this bright cobalt blue tile, had a little gas stove, Magic Chef. There's a blast from the past. And this really bright yellow sink. And here's all the drawers and the cabinets and this really tiny little oven. And oh my God, I've never even opened it in all our years here. There's some kind of a pan and a metal cook tray. Wow. I kind of like that. Okay, I'm taking your pan. Cabinets. Drawers. Body bag? Not sure. All right, what else is in here? More paper used to line the drawers, and there's just mouse poop all over it. And that is from 1992, so I may have to revise my dates. Anything under the sink? No? No? Oh my God, that is a mouse nest. Could be a potential site of hauntings. This was where a little refrigerator used to stand. And here there was a potbelly stove, which got removed. And that's where the stove used to be. This is the big room where the artist did his painting. And it's got some big windows here that look out. There's our back field. That's all of our property there in the back. And that is the area that I said was I'm sorry, I felt a little dizzy there for a minute. That was the area that was the old foundation that we know not what it was. And this is a nice poster from the Morse Museum of Art, Winter Park, Florida. And this poster is dated 1986, which is a little bit more contemporary with when I think this place was actually being used. And that's the upper loft. We're going to go up there in a minute, but first we're going to look at something over here. What's this? This is an old antique, that's a harness buckle, I guess. And this horrible thing is one of the artist's piece of work. So, I think I'll put a light on this. It's rotting off the wall. I'm going to move it. Take it out to where there's more light. This is dated 1958. So it's a reverse print, but it says 7/12/58. And there it is. And I think she's holding a busted golf club, so I'm going to call this portrait, that looks like about a busted 5-iron to me. I'm going to call this Portrait of Mrs. Tiger Woods, and that's what it is. But the thing about it is, if you're here, if there's anybody here that wants to talk to me, come on and do it, because what I really want to say to you is that if this is the best that you could do, this really isn't very good. I mean, we don't know, what is this thing that she's holding? You know, what is this supposed to be? Is that supposed to be a tulip, a golf club? I can't tell. So, you know, I mean, basically as an artist, I gotta say, I don't think you're very good. I'm gonna go upstairs and show you that. If anybody wants to talk to me, make a noise. Make some kind of a sound. Anything? No? Okay. Here's more art. You've got to be kidding. You have got to be kidding me. I tend to think there's the stove that was here before, and a pipe going up, and a little cupboard, and a little girl in a white dress with something that looks kind of like one of my whippets. So this might be prescient on the part of the artist. So perhaps this little study here is either something that their child did, or maybe it's something that they did. Like I said, they're not very good, but perhaps it's prophetic. So maybe not such a good artist, but maybe a reasonably good prophet. Now, this place is also haunted by the ghost of a Pier 1 shopping trip. This is the kind of lantern that you really only saw back in the 70s and late 60s. The people wanted to smoke a little pot and not spend their money on drugs and not decor. They would go to Pier 1 and buy something like this. So now we're upstairs. This is the window that's busted open that I'm going to have to fix. Okay, I'm sorry about the edit, but what happened was my batteries got drained while I was in there on this little camera. And as I came back, I saw this door move, but it's probably just the wind. So let's go back upstairs and try to look at the upstairs part again. It's getting a little darker. A little darker. Okay, so here we are upstairs now. Here we are upstairs now. This, I'm going to illuminate it quickly here. This would have been the sleeping quarters of our friendly ghost, and when he was here to sleep, when he was here, he would have been sleeping up here. He had his kitchen downstairs in his studio, and oh my God, what was that? It was my head.